Well, go on, everybody. Lennox here from Simple 123 Trader. This is a weekly outlook of the cryptocurrencies and what I see shaping up for them during the week. Today is Sunday, October 17th. It is currently 2:02 a.m. in Eastern Time. And I'm just going to go through each of the currencies. Well, maybe not every one of them, but let's take a boo and see what's shaping up. I'm going to start off with the first one on the list. It's called the Cardano, and just see. So I'm on the monthly chart. I'm going to drop to the weekly chart, and we'll just open that up a little bit. Okay, so looking like we are right at a previous resistance support area now, and we might be looking for a continued move to the upside from here on with this particular cryptocurrency. So a good time to, if anyone wants to be buying, it would be a good time right about now. So let me drop to the daily and to confirm. Okay, so what we see here, again, we're right across in this area, and so that's a good strong support resistance area. We came all the way back down into this support area, and we're kind of in a triangle, as we can see right here. So looking to push out and up. That's totally possible, and we could see that happen in the short term. We could also come back down one more time. So be aware of that scenario. Okay, so let me clear all that. So overall, I'm seeing a possibility that this move, we could go up first, taking out these areas, and then a push to the downside. That's a likely scenario. We're on the daily, so short-term move up, short-lived, back to the downside longer term. All right, so that's a look at that one. Cardano. Okay, let's take a look at Algo, see what that one looks like. Okay, let's go to the monthly. Okay, straight up in the air weekly. Okay, also similar to the other one, we're sitting at a very critical area. So let's see if it's basically the same. That's the monthly again. Let me go to the daily. Sorry. Okay, so on the daily, we are again we came back up into this area. So it's a support area. We're in a triangle again. And this also looks like it has room to continue down. As you can see right here, we have this kind of move. So we could chop around in here for a bit and then a further drop either back down to this level or even back down to this level here. Okay, so opportunities knock for a fall on that one. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Don't know how far down I'll get here. I don't want to take too long. Let's go to the weekly. This is AVAX, and a big strong move up, coming back down. Okay, we still have a ways to come down to get back to a support area. So it's looking pretty weak at this point on the daily. We're still dropping. So that move, looks like we're kind of sideways in this support resistance area. So we could chop around in here before we get another fall to the downside again, coming back down, perhaps even to this low area here. That's totally possible. Okay, so another one to watch to the downside. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, look at that one. Okay, this is a different one, weekly. All right, another very strong move on the daily. We're way up there. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, big push. Again, we're in a triangle, so we could just continue sideways in here for a while. At this point, it looks like that's what's going to occur. Okay, there's no move to the upside imminent. and it doesn't look like it's going to drop imminently either to the downside. So let's just go to the 4-hour, take a look. So you can see why I'm saying that. We're completely in a sideways triangle, so we could just continue to the downside, meeting back this support area in here before we either continue to the upside, which is the most likely scenario is that move to the upside. Okay, so that looks like a pretty strong currency overall. All right, BNS, BNB, BNB, BNB. Let's go to the weekly. And this one's pretty strong on the weekly, pushing to the upside on the daily, very strong. And we're coming up into resistance, but it has lots of strength and looks like maybe a little bit more sideways, but eventually we're going to break through to the upside. Very expensive one, this one as well. So be aware of that. Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin. All right, let's go to the weekly. So Bitcoin, 62,420. We are right at resistance area, pushing through it. So are we done this move, or do we still have more to go? Let's go a little closer and take a look on the daily. All right, so what I'm seeing here, we are getting very close to being done on this move. So I can see we might break the previous high, and that's more than likely. Previous high, I think, was 64 some odd. I can just find out real quick here. Previous high was 64,374. So we're getting there, and we could, like I say, break through on the daily. We could break through one time, and that might be the end of that move, however. Okay, so we're getting very close to that area. We have one more push up to the 64, maybe hit 65,000, something like that, and then all bets are off. Okay, so be careful of that. It's got a long way to come back down on its way, on its retrace. So we could see, Bitcoin going a little bit above, and then coming all the way back down. Could come back right back down into this area, and could of course even go less. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, let's take a look at the next one, Dogecoin. Dogecoin. Okay, this is the weekly, and it has had quite a fall. Tried to move back up, but it's still looking a little bit suspect. So on the weekly, daily, we are sideways. I'm expecting another move to the downside. So first of all, we have to get through this choppiness, which can linger for a while before we get that move. But still some weakness here in Dogecoin to the downside. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum and weekly. Okay, Ethereum, quite the move to the upside, doing similar to what Bitcoin is doing. So on its quite a strong move to the upside. We're at a resistance. Looks like it wants to push through that resistance, and that's what I'm seeing here. We're going to push through and maybe challenge the previous highs, maybe even that high is possible, and then all bets are off. We're coming back down again. Okay, so be aware we're in the last throes of this move to the upside. So you don't want to be buying way up here. Okay, wait for a pullback, back down, and maybe even back down to the 3,500 area, something like that, 3,300 area for sure. All right, so that's a look at Ethereum. Next one, FTM. Okay, weekly, big strong move to the upside. Daily, is still looking to go strong. So we got quite a push up into this area, and now we're pushing away. However, we could go sideways in here for a while, so be aware of that before. We're kind of in a choppy area right now, so we're coming up to this level. We might chop back down before we go again. So it's a very choppy area that we're in on that one. All right, and FTM. We looked at Ethereum. FTM link. Okay, and I'll look at Litecoin, and that will be it for that. Okay, so this is Link. and strong move, but we're right up at resistance support area on the daily. Okay, you can see we're just going a bit sideways here. So we had this move down, and then we're just going sideways. So more than likely we'll get this move to the downside to basically retrace this move before we go again, something like that. Okay, so that's what's setting up for Link. And lastly, I'll look at Litecoin, and we'll call it that. So weekly Litecoin, also very strong, had a nice pullback here, opportunity to jump back in. Now it's moving again to the upside with some vigor. So it looks like it's going to push back up to resistance in this area. So opportunity for a good buy at this point, taking you over 220, 230 area in the long term. Okay, so that's a look at some of the Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies available. Profitable trading to everyone. Be safe. We're done now. Thank you.